Matt the Man Cave with my beautiful wife Tracey from for Ministry. Together. I have been put together by my mind. I'm the Man Cave with my beautiful wife Tracey from Esther 414. Guys, this is Matt in the Man Cave with my beautiful wife Tracey from
Esther 414
Ministries. I hope you have coffee in hand.
Or at least something to drink.
At least something to drink.
Yep.
And, you know, one of the things that I didn't understand early in the Christian life, Tracey, is that when God asked me to follow him, he didn't give me everything.
Oh, no roadmaps included.
He doesn't give all the information about what is taking place right now, what he's asking, what he's requiring. Yep. Look what he said to Abraham. You know what I'm saying?
Go to a land I'm going to show you.
Go to a land I'm going to show you. How frustrating is go to a land that I'm going to show you. Oftentimes...
Pack your bags and start moving and I'll let you know when to stop.
Yeah. Oftentimes we see the end goal, but we have no idea how to get there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the younger generation, younger than me, there's all these things they want to accomplish, all these things they want to do. God's given them dreams, ambitions, desires, you know, a career path. And I don't know how to get to that. You know what I'm saying? And we're kind of scratching our head.
And you know what it reminds me of? When we were back in Bible college, we had a teacher who was teaching us about these prophecies, dual prophecies and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like when God will show us something like, okay, this is the end goal that you know where you're going to be or what you're going to be doing.
And what the dual prophecy, you can go over?
I'm kind of going there right now.
Okay, go ahead.
And we see this one part in front, but we don't realize like maybe there's a huge valley in between that you can't see.
So imagine you're at a mountain range and, you know, I follow a guy named Foresty Forrest. And he's not a Christian guy at all, but he goes hiking all the time. And sometimes he shows you this mountain he's going to climb. Yeah. But you're looking at it, and it looks like it's one mountain. Yeah. By the time he gets to the very top, he has to go all the way down, right? And then go back up. And that's what Tracey's talking about with dual prophecies. Yeah. Sometimes the Lord is only giving us what we need. Yeah. Do you know why? Faith. He reveals more as we respond in faith to the little bit he has given us.
It's like stepping out and not being able to see. It's
baby steps. Yeah. The other day I did a devotion. We were talking about baby steps. The movie was a movie called What About Bob? And it's actually a very funny movie. Yeah. I think it's actually pretty clean. It's an old movie.
We haven't seen it in years.
But Bob has some major problems, with trust, with anxiety, with fear. Yeah. And he's in this counselor's office, and he's basically telling the counselor that's going on vacation, you can't go on vacation.
No.
I need you. What if I have an episode? What if something happens? And he won't leave. And finally, the counselor says, I tell you what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? He gives him a book. He says, I need you to read this for me. You know, I'm going to bill you $99, okay, because it's a signed copy. And he says, he teaches him baby step. Yeah. Baby step. Because Bob can't even get out the door. And Bob doesn't like elevators, and he doesn't like stairways because there's bad people on stairways. But he tells him it's just baby step, one step in front of another. Yeah. But oftentimes, we just don't realize that we will get to that thing that God has for us, but we have to respond in faith, not having all the answers, not having the whole picture.
And, you know, I think sometimes God doesn't give us the whole picture because it would overwhelm us.
Oh, yeah. It's just too much. Yeah, and some of the things are so wonderful. Here's the thing. The last thing you ever want to do is God speaks something to you, okay? Yeah. And you doubt him. Good example is the 12 spies. Okay, they're going into the promised land. Yeah. But here's the thing. God had already told them the promised land is yours. They didn't need to go in. Yeah. There was no need to go in. They just needed to conquer. Yeah. But here's the thing. We all want to be what? Safe.
Yes.
Let's see what we're facing here.
It's the pool thing. You either put your toes in or you just go and you jump in. They should have just ran and jumped in.
There are times
Don't worry
when
about the temperature.
Foolishly we need to jump out of the boat like Peter and be a little arrogant and move in faith.
Just move forward with the Lord.
And if you start to sink, you have to realize God's hand is it's stretched out.
It's right there if you call out to him.
Yeah, it is. All right, read our text today. And guys, this is going to be a short one. I know you don't believe me because we're 5 minutes in, and you're probably like, your short is like 55 minutes.
Sure.
You see.
We're in Exodus.
Uh-huh. Now remember what we're talking about. When God is giving you directions, but he's not telling you all that's going to take place. Read that text. This makes me laugh.
Chapter 3, we're starting in verse 10. So now, go, and I will send you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. Moses said to God, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh, or that I should bring the Israelites out of Egypt?
My translation says, how can you expect me to lead the Israelites out of Egypt? I don't know what I'm doing. Meaning this, Moses, okay, he's looking at his own resolve, his own, basically, abilities, his skill set. And he's already murdered someone. So it's like, hey, if I murdered someone in this state, I really don't want to go back to that state, you know?
I mean, Moses is like a regular guy here. I mean, this is kind of how a lot of us might respond, in the same situation.
Yeah.
God's telling you to go back to this place that you ran away from, where you know you're not liked.
Yeah.
And you know you're known.
And the question is never, who am I?
It's who is God.
It's who is God.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And God gives us just what we need, okay? He doesn't give you everything.
Yeah.
What you need to do in faith, respond to what he's given you. Baby step it.
Yeah.
Okay? I was sent a shed. It's one of those lifetime sheds. If you've ever gone to Home Depot, or they have them there, they have them at Lowe's, they have them at Sam's Club, they have them at Costco, and at Sam's Club, you actually can go in this. It's a big, gigantic plastic shed. They call them lifetime because supposedly they're waterproof and they will last for a lifetime. So this company sends me this ginormous shed, and they said, hey, would you put this up, give us an honest review, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what's it going to cost me? It's free. How much is shipping? It's free. I'm saying, send the shed. I was like, send the shed. Are you kidding me? This is a no-brainer. You just want to know what I think?
We've only looked at lifetime sheds for 10 years or more.
Since I'm renting and I still don't have enough places for my lawn equipment and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, please, it's not huge, but I'm all over it.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I start reading up on the shed, and I'm watching other people's reviews, kind of doing a little bit of cheating. And here's what they said. Hey, don't even open the box until you have a solid foundation. And I thought to myself, well, surely I could just level the ground out. And then I saw this other guy, okay? He says, don't do what I did, okay? Pay the money, pour a foundation, okay? Or build a wooden foundation, okay? And I'm thinking, oh, man, so it's free, but it's not free. And so I figure out after watching video after video after video, okay, what I need to do, I'm saying, with the bricks to get it up off the ground, with the seasoned lumber. It's not... And we were able to get all of the stuff that we needed for this, 7x7 shed for roughly $100. And that was the first step. Yeah. Meaning this, I got all the wood, I got everything in the garage, and now I need to put it together, okay? I can't go out to the box and start ripping through the box. I need to do what I know I can do. I've watched enough videos, and I'm not a carpenter, I'm not a mechanic. And Tracey, tell them the line you always tell me when I go working on the car. How hard?
No, this is what you always say. He always says, how hard could it be?
And then Tracey, for the next hour to 2 hours, will mock me. When we had a Cadillac,
I don't mock you.
I swore I could fix it. I must have watched 1,000 videos on how to fix our Cadillac. I ordered all the parts. I'm going to save like $300, and I pull the engine apart of a Cadillac. I'm not a mechanic, and I think, I'm going to do it. I can do it. It reminds me of Spicoli. I can do it, man. I can put it back together. I have this ultimate set of tools. And luckily, I have the best wife in the entire world because I'm so blessed. Because after we broke the car and we couldn't go anywhere, she says, she goes, let's go ahead and tow it with all the parts and put them all in a box. Tracey was smart. Put them all in a box, because a lot of times I'll just say, let's just give this to the junkyard. Okay, I'm done with this. I get mad. And she goes, no, put all the parts in the box. Let's tow it to, A1 Automotive. And so it cost me double. It was like $900. It cost me just absolutely double. But I tell you that story because here's the thing.
Fortunately, we had a pretty good job at the time. So.
Yeah, I was a pastor at the time. Listen. It's baby step. Yeah. People don't understand. God does not give you everything. I've never in my entire life was told everything that I needed to do.
Well, let me go take an example here from that shed that we're going to be working on.
Yeah.
We're going to be starting with a foundation. And see, in Christianity, that's what you have to have.
You have to have a foundation.
If you don't have a foundation, you're going to have a really hard time stepping out in faith.
No. But Tracey, you don't understand. I want a career. I want a wife. I want a car. I want all this stuff. I want the world. So can I quote Tony Montana?
No.
The world is not enough.
You cannot quote Tony.
But you can't have all that until you have a foundation.
Yeah, so you can hear
a
the
lot
Lord,
of people are
jumping.
Right, they're jumping ahead, okay, and trying to do all of this without the foundation.
And there's a problem, yeah.
Yeah.
And see, like with the shed, you can go ahead and get that shed and put it together without the foundation, but eventually it's going to start wobbling. You're going to start to have problems, and that's like in life. Where you could zip ahead, but then if you don't have that foundation,
it's taken back.
Oh, you're gonna hit whirlwinds and sinking sand.
I get a panic call on a Saturday night, and it's a deacon at a church, and he's saying, "I have an emergency." I go, "What's wrong?" I thought someone died. They needed a pastor for a funeral. It was like the guy that we had hired to be our pastor. He lied. He doesn't have any education, and he's misrepresenting God, misrepresenting the Bible. I mean, and he just went into all of these different things, right? He never studied to show himself approved. He says he was called, and I doubt he was called because of all the sin he was in and all the sin that they were quoting to me, and it was all gossip, and I was enjoying listening to it because I had never heard of someone train wrecking so bad in 2 Sundays. He'd already moved into the parsonage, okay, and so they're moving him out of the parsonage. Cost the church greatly because they skipped a step and not doing a background check on this guy and seeing a criminal record, reminds me of my neighbor across the
but anyways.
Okay, let me go. But here's the thing. He never finished school, never even started school. He just decided he wanted to do this, and he had watched, basically this is what he told them. I thought I could jumpstart, and I thought I could just do everything. I watch a lot of TV and a lot of evangelists and stuff, and it just looked like something he could do. And so, but he misrepresented God. He misrepresented the Bible, okay? He wanted to be a pastor. He told the church he was called to be a pastor, and I'm not arguing with him, but here's the thing. There are no shortcuts. He even said it, the kid, God told me to go to school, but he didn't want to go. Because that would require 4 to 8 years. I don't want to go to school.
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. But there's a lot of things in life that we have to do first.
Yeah.
And with God, he never gives us everything up front. But he does give us something. He does.
Yes.
He gives us it. But in what he gives you, you have to act upon in faith, not having the rest of the directions.
Go ahead.
Imagine I bought you the Summit Weber grill just because you were in the man cave. And you're like, man, that's a $2,000 grill. Yeah, I love you. And you know how much I love a 3-inch fatty steak, right? And you're like, wow. And I'm going to send it to you in this gigantic Weber box sealed. But I've taken something out of the box.
The directions.
Okay? And I'm only going to give you one page, okay, a week. And on the honor system, you're not going to look it up on Weber, okay? You only get one page, okay? When you show me a picture that you've done what's on that one page, okay, I'll send you the second page, okay? In reality, can I share this with you? That really is how it is with God a lot of times.
Oh my goodness!
You love the Weber grill. You've done that. There was hardly anything on the first page. You took a picture, you sent it to me, and I'm not going to email it to you. I'm going to put a mail snail a stamp on it, and it's going to take 5 days to get to you. And you could have it, the next page done in 10 minutes, and then I'm going to take it's the weekend. I'm not going to mail anything on the weekend. I mean, really, I hate to say that, but that's what it seems like sometimes.
Let me tell you, anybody who's put a grill together, a big grill.
You
have to have directions, and you can't jump ahead because it will not work out. We tried.
But if you understand that God purposely does not give you all the pages up front, how much does that help you? How much does it help you? Realizing that, okay, here's the disconnect. He's not going to give me all the pages. He's going to give me enough, okay? Almost like just a bite of cheese. You know what I mean? Just sometimes Hannah she'll make something and there'll be one last bite and she'll let me have the last bite. Man, I want the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit, but as you respond correctly to what God's done, and then you're in the waiting room because you have no idea how long it's going to be until the second part comes. The next page for the Weber Summit Grill and the next page. But eventually it's going to make sense because Deuteronomy 29:29 says that the secret things belong to the Lord, but the things that he reveals to us are ours. He doesn't necessarily have to share, but a lot of times after the fact, he shares why he did what he did in our lives.
And let me tell you something, Drew, real quick, okay? So when the Lord speaks something, and then because you have a foundation, you can actually hear the Lord.
Yes.
You can ask him for confirmation on something because sometimes you aren't really certain.
You're not certain.
If that's what you're supposed to be doing or not, you know?
You know what I'm
and
saying?
he will give you that confirmation on it in one way or another.
And in this story, Moses, who is 40 years on the backside of the desert, okay, tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law. He didn't even have his own sheep. He's been doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I know, I absolutely know, and I'm going to get to heaven. I'm going to run up to Moses. Hey, was it bugging you, the grind of just doing the sheep? Did you ever have a stinking attitude? These aren't even my stinking sheep. You know, I got a hot wife out of the deal. You know what I'm saying? And worse than that, you want to hear what's worse? His father-in-law is the priest of Midian. I mean, here's the thing. You know, it's like PK kids, you know, preachers' kids. You know what I'm saying? Kids that belong to preachers tend to really take a lot of hard hits because dad wants them perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's only as dads get older that they realize, hey, there are no perfect parents. There are no perfect children. You know what I'm saying? And they start letting up. My dad early on was a tough dad. My mom was very tough, very, very tough. But looking back now, I am so grateful. My dad used to say it's the curtains, and he would spank me with a belt. My mom would spank me with a wooden spoon. When I'm on the West Coast, I was getting spanked with a belt. When I'm on the East Coast, I'm getting spanked with a spoon, a wooden spoon, okay? And guess what? I don't know if they communicated, but the same things that mattered to both of them, I was catching it for, okay? But now it's wonderful. You see what I'm saying? It's a wonderful thing because I learned. Had I not learned and got the foundation, I could have never done some of these things in life that I've accomplished and done. God only gives us so much, but most people want everything because we live in a now generation. Give it to me now. But you can't have it.
In the very next verse, and just part of it, God replies to Moses and he says, surely I will be with you. And God says that to us as well. He says, surely I will be with you.
See,
but you got to trust me.
See, it's not about, Moses is looking inwardly about him.
And
how am I going to make this happen?
Yeah,
how am I going to make this happen? How am I going to get out of this whole murder thing? Because that's what I'd be thinking.
Yeah, we're all trying to figure
It's almost
out.
like, it's like the elephant in the room. I don't want to mention that I murdered someone to God. Like, like I murdered someone, Lord. I don't know if I'm the right guy to actually go there. But he never mentions it. But, I had to be in the back of his mind. I'm going to be tried for murder because that's why he ran.
Yeah.
But God says, I will be with you.
And then he also mentions to Moses that particular guy, the Pharaoh that was in charge, is dead now.
Yeah.
And he's like, now you can go back.
You can go back. It's Ramses, the son, which was his brother. He was raised with this guy.
Yeah.
But he understood he murdered someone too.
Yeah,
and again, there's just so much. But again, we walk by faith, not by sight.
And that's hard for a lot of people.
In the doctrines of the Bible, one of the things that you just absolutely have to realize, it is impossible to please God without faith.
Yeah.
So God, over and over again, gives us one page of the directions for the grill. But one day, I promise you, the grill will be up and running. The things that God has spoken to you will happen. The promised land will appear. Okay? The crossing of the T's, the dotting of the I's that God is requiring will bring about what you desire, what he's given you in as far as dreams and a word. And it's amazing. There's these different steps. A lot of times we don't want to take the time for these different steps, but we have to take the time. I know there's someone out there that's very anxious. There are no shortcuts with the Lord. There are no shortcuts to success. You will get the things that God wants you to have. There's no way that you can't. There's literally no way that God will not fulfill the things that he has spoken to you, those dreams that he's given to you. There's no way. But along the way, he's building trust, he's building faith, and he's building a relationship with you. All right, I'm at 21 minutes before I add Seamus the dog. I have succeeded. Yesterday was 51 minutes. It was a great devotion. And I understand a lot of you don't have 51 minutes in the morning. You're leaving the house without brushing your teeth.
This is short for us.
This 20 minutes.
Okay.
We ought to honestly. I mean, I'm not groveling.
Go,
I'm not groveling for thumbs up. I'm not groveling.
No.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my mom. She called me tonight and told me that she ordered some vitamins, and I told her I was going to mention her in the video. So, Mom, thank you for the
Vito vendors.
I think I got, what was it? Cod, liver oil, and quercetin. It helps me to stay healthy, vibrant, quick, witty. I think she got them so I'd be more witty. I have a great mom. And Mom, I want to say thank you for spanking the crap out of me. Man, did it hurt. I mean, really, you hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the better for it, But like, the Bible says, it's not going to kill you.
It's one of those things that say, you can thank me later. Okay, I'm thanking you later.
I'm thanking you now. I'm grudgingly thanking you for all the times that you spank me and all the times Dad whipped me. You know what I'm saying? You got most of the foolishness out of me. And the Lord will get the rest out. All right, love you guys. Peace.
Have a great day. Bye.